Prince Harry set to plunge the Queen into a constitutional crisis with latest plot. Prince Harry could cause the Queen to have a constitutional crisis with the release of his memoir book. Prince Harry's memoirs could cause chaos for the royal family and the Queen, according to a royal expert. Royal commentator Duncan Larcombe spoke to Mark Dolan on GB News and reflected on what impact Prince Harry could have on the royal family with revelations in his book. Mr. Larcombe also admitted he no longer recognized Prince Harry but argued he may simply be free to be himself now that he has cut ties with the royal family. Mr. Larcombe said, "Prince Harry, we thought the Oprah bombshell interview, the truth bombs he followed up with on his social media appearances were Harry being Harry. We thought it was Harry getting this stuff off his chest. He was clearly upset with his family. He clearly has this real chip on his shoulder that he wants to exercise. I don't think any of us dreamed that all of a sudden he would announce that over the next few months and previous few months, he has been penning an autobiography. A royal memoir which, if it is anything that we have said about his own family and father, this could plunge his beloved family that he has walked away from into a constitutional crisis." Mr. Dolan then questioned who was to blame for this series of events. He said, "Who do we blame for this? You are going to speculate about whether there is influence from his wife. You have also profiled Prince Harry in your book in huge detail. What has happened to the guy? Has he changed? Do you recognize this individual? This man who seems so angry, not just with his family but with his country?" Mr. Larcombe replied, "No, I don't recognize him and I don't think members of his family, certainly his old friends, don't recognize him either. That isn't necessarily a bad thing. We knew Harry, we loved Harry because he wore his heart on his sleeve, he was down to earth and he didn't take himself too seriously. Well, things have changed and maybe that is the influence of a new wife or maybe it is Harry just having the freedom to be himself." Rumors have also begun circulating claiming the Duke has signed a 4-book deal, one of which will only be released after the Queen's death. However, a spokesperson for Prince Harry has said, contrary to false media reports, there is only one memoir planned by the Duke of Sussex and it's scheduled to be published in late 2022 as was announced earlier this week by Penguin Random House. As said, contrary to false media reports, there is only one memoir planned by the Duke of Sussex and it's scheduled to be published in late 2022 as was announced earlier this week by Penguin Random House.